Excuse me. Hello?
Please place yourself on mute.
Somebody else keep on talking. They keep on telling them to place yourself on mute.
All right, Judge Herr, we are set up. And Norma, I'm going to make you host.
Thank you.
And you all have a great day.
Thank you.
Hi, Judge.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. All right, understand that Terry Carter is here first.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you out there, counsel?
Ms. Carter? Terry Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and who's your client?
Jesus Cole.
All right, let me just find him on the docket real quick.
He's cause number 2021 CR 4318. It's a CTD case.
Thank you. Okay, and what did you want to get done on it today?
May I please confer? I've been working with Meredith on this one.
Okay, and have you, Mr. Cole, are you out there?
He should be on the
Yes.
Zoom we spoke this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay, very good. All right, we'll go ahead and put you in a breakout room, Ms. Cole, Ms. Carter with the state.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mhm. And I think we're here. All right, Patricia Vieira.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Who is your, oh, I see it. It's
Nancy Fernandez.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And what did you want to get done this morning?
I'd like to confer, Judge. I haven't been working with the prosecutor yet.
Oh, okay, so you need to,
Whomever is free.
okay, thank you. Norma, if you could get her in a breakout room, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
You can go to breakout room number 3, Patricia.
Got it.
Okay, let's see. Give me just a second, please.
Mr. Duxy, please go to room 2.
I don't know where it started, but it was like, what, bloodletting? Yeah.
All right, Mr. Navy,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. And your client is Charles Garley, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, what did you want to get done this morning?
Confer with the state. I conferred with them last time, just kind of wanted to see if they were still proceeding or not on this case. So if I could just be put into a breakout room with with one of the prosecutors. And it's a
Okay.
criminal trial division case.
Okay, thank you. Norma, could you get him in a breakout room, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Navy, you can go to breakout room number 4.
Thank you, Norma.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, Judge, like I had a question.
Sir, you need to wait, sir. Thank you. Put yourself on mute. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Cortez, Honora Cortez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for James Lidgy.
Yes, what did you want to get done? I see it's an MTR.
Right, I was hoping to confer with the prosecutor and also get a copy of the MTR.
All right. Could you put him in a breakout room, please?
Yes,
Norma?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Cortez, go to breakout room number 5.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Fernando Ramos,
President Judge, ready for a plea. Untitled Wyman.
has the paperwork been completed?
I believe it has, Judge.
All
I
right.
don't remember doing paperwork, Fernando. I'll put you in a breakout room.
Yes, please. Sorry, Judge.
Hello. Okay. Arlene Gay.
Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
appeared at CTD case, Autumn Glenn.
Okay.
I don't know if there is a waiting room that she may be in. I do not see her listed here.
All right, Ms. Glenn, are you out there? Could you speak up if you are, please?
I don't know if they want to make an announcement on Hilda's house.
Hold on. We're looking for Autumn Glenn. Are you out there? Yeah, she's not answering, so I'm just saying probably not. Do you want to see if you can get hold of her? See if she can join us? I think you just got muted.
I will do that, Your Honor, and see what the issue is.
Have you been in touch with her recently?
Yes, I have. She is actually in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area, and I've not had problems. So let me see what I can do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, who's next?
Judge,
She could hear you.
she can hear me. Judge, can you hear me, Suzanne?
Yes. Yes, I
I'm
can.
in the courtroom. I've got Jesus Garza. It's a CTD. I don't see him. The last time we were here, he was in the Zoom and he didn't know his phone number, but he gave me email and it didn't get kicked back, so it got delivered, but he's not here. The issue on him last time was we only had the PDF discovery. We didn't have any of the body or dash cams, and I checked day before yesterday and I still don't have any of that. So I would like for the state to get me that when they can, even though he isn't here today. Hopefully we'll find him eventually.
All right. we'll have to, do you want like till noon to see if you can get hold of him to see if he'll join us? Otherwise.
Sure, Judge. I'm gonna be down here all morning, so I can check back.
All right. And then would you want to get in a breakout room with the state now?
It's just the discovery. I can email them. It's CTD. I don't guess we have a CTD DA in here.
Yes, they're here. They're just in the breakout room.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But I can email them or I can come back because I've got a couple more 9 o'clock cases.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe if your client shows up, then you can confer with the state and all that.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Who else has arrived? Which other attorney?
Victor Gomez.
All right. Mr. Gomez.
Morning, Judge. Manuel Hernandez. I filed the competency back in September. Haven't had any results yet on it.
September?
Yeah, back in September.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was your
17th.
client's name?
His name is Manuel Julian Hernandez. Case number 2021 CR 7010.
Oh, he has 2 cases, right?
Yes, Judge, 2 cases.
Norma, can we check on the status of the competency?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second and I'll look it up right now.
Thank you so much.
Judge, it looks like they're still waiting to schedule him for an appointment.
Okay. All right. You're requesting a continuance then, counsel? Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Judge.
You're requesting a continuance?
Oh, yes, Judge, continuance until we get the report or status of it.
I can bring him back on December 3rd, Judge, just to check the status.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too.
Did you need to talk to your client or can I send him back?
Yes, if he's there, let me talk to him and then I'll be excused if I can, Judge.
Yes, that'd be fine.
Thank you.
And just make sure you bring him back to the main room.
I will tell him to come back.
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez, go to breakout room number 7. And Victor, you can go to 7 as well.
Now you want to play this or what? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge Hector Garza.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Just great, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was hoping to meet with Bridgette Adams. We have an offer from the States. I just wanted to run, which I just got yesterday. So
Okay.
I wanted to go over it with her.
Okay. Is she in the courtroom? Do you know, or let me find out. Bridgette
She's in
Adams
custody.
there. Norma, where would she be?
She should be in custody, Judge. Can you see where she's at?
Thanks.
Let me call the jail real quick, Victor. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Not a problem. We'll stand by.
Judge Herr, may I approach?
Yes.
Hi, how are you? I am here with my client, excuse me, Judge, Mr. Holloway.
Good morning.
I was previously speaking with David Martin about this case, but I don't see him here. If he's not here, I think Caitlin Wilkes is the other family violence prosecutor who I could speak to. That would be appropriate.
All right. Who's here from the state to talk to Alice on this?
I'm here, Judge.
Okay.
Joe Ray.
Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Do you know how to get each of you into a breakout room?
As soon as yes, Judge.
Okay.
So formal, I have to be invited to go.
You have to wait for the invitation.
Yes, Judge.
Mhm. And I don't know how to do that, so I'm glad there's others that are well versed in it.
I'm glad that someone's well versed too, because it isn't me for sure.
And Judge Patricia is back from the breakout room.
Okay, and did we get an update on Bridgette Adams that's in jail?
She's on her way, Judge.
Oh, okay, thank you. Patricia Vieira?
She just came in.
Okay. Patricia? Counsel, Ms. Vieira? Okay, well, while I'm waiting, I see Dawn. Why are you out there?
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. I have defendant Jonathan Yost, defense attorney as Cornelius Cox.
Okay.
I believe the last setting, my trial partner is Richard Guerra, and he couldn't be here today. He had informed me that this setting should be to see if Mr. Cox has been able to review all of the discovery.
I see. Okay. We'll check on that when he gets here. Is it something that he should have gotten via e-discovery or something that requires him to come in and review? Do you know?
Actually, I believe all of it was on e-discovery and it was uploaded.
Okay, then when he gets here, we'll check on all of that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Patricia Vieira, are you out there? I don't know what happened to her. Is there any other attorney that's waiting to approach?
Your Honor, Genaro Cortez for James Lidgy.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it possible to go into a breakout room with him?
Sure.
Yes, I'll put you. Let's see where you are. Mr. Cortez, go back to breakout room number 5.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Are there any other attorneys that are waiting to approach?
Yes, Judge Terry Carter. I'm back from conferring with the state and with my client, Mr. Jesus Cole.
Okay.
We have an offer from the state. If I could please reset this so that Mr. Cole can come in and watch the video and consider his options. And then I can inform the court if we'll be taking a plea at the next setting.
All right. I suppose that's okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Would you give her a reset, please, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You can come back on December 2nd.
December 2nd. Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You can log off, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Norma, when you have a chance, Victor Gomez.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Gomez?
Yes, spoke to my client. After I spoke to him, he walked off, so he might not be in the room again, but he walked off from the video.
Thank you. I'll let the jail know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, y'all have a great day.
You too.
Judge Herr, this is Anthony Cantrell. May I get in a breakout room with Marcus, please?
Yes, who's your client, Anthony?
It's Johnny Villarreal.
Okay,
He's in jail.
thank you. Norma, could you put him in a breakout room with Marcus, please?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Mr. Maurer?
Hello, Judge. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. Busy morning. I have a Philip Mosier. I guess if I can confer briefly with whoever's persecuting him, and then.
Okay. Norma, could you put him in a breakout room with the state, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ms. Mauer, go to breakout room number 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Judge Nathaniel Navy's back from the breakout room.
All right, thank you. Nathaniel?
Yes, Judge. This is my second setting on Charles Garley. I just received an offer from the state this morning, and the state said that they're going to take a look at a specific portion of the body cam that I wanted them to look at to see if that does change anything. So if I could just get I would just be requesting a reset so that I could discuss that offer with my client and the state could take a look at that portion of the video.
Was looking at that portion of the video something that was already discussed at the last setting?
I mean, I don't remember if it was.
Not with me, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, well, all right, you can get a continuance, hopefully, so that you can get the discovery matters completed and looked at everything in the state so that you have time to review the video. So if you could get that done, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Regular reset for them then. You're welcome.
Hi, Judge. How are you?
It'll be December 12th.
December 12th. All right. Yes. May Mr. Garley be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Was there someone else who wanted to approach?
Yes.
Matt Allen is here as well.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Warburton.
I've gotten an initial offer from the state. I don't think my client is inclined to take it, but Mr. Garcia wasn't the prosecutor I was talking with last time. So if we could have, this case is relatively new. I think we've been here 2, maybe 3 times. I don't think it's on the trial docket. If it is, you know, a reset, but if it's not already on the trial docket, a final pretrial setting, I think would be appropriate.
And do you need, have you been able to confirm with your client this morning, or do you want to get in a breakout room with?
Oh,
them?
no, Judge, my client is 81 and has 82. He just had his birthday, has a flip phone, so he is sitting right in front of me, Judge.
Oh, he is, okay.
Yes, yeah. No, he cannot Zoom. No.
Okay. All right.
I can barely Zoom.
All right. Could you give her a regular reset, please, Norma?
December 12th.
December 12th. Thank you, Norma.
You're welcome.
Have a great day, everybody.
You too. All right. And who else was waiting to approach?
Matt Allen?
Judge, I just need a breakout room with someone from CTD on Daryl Simmons. I think I talked to Marcus last time. I don't know if he's still handling it.
Okay. All right. Let's put him in a breakout room with Marcus if he's available, please.
I'll put you in 12, Matt. And Judge Scott Simpson just came in as well.
Okay, thanks. Scott,
Yes, Judge.
how are you?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Who's your client?
Theodore Buchanan. He should be on.
Okay, are you there, Mr. Buchanan?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, thank you. All right, what do you want to get done today, Mr. Simpson?
I don't know who is currently prosecuting the case because I know the person who was is gone, I think. Or is there a prosecutor
I'm
there?
still around, Mr. Simpson. Still around for another week or two.
For another week or two?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What's happening after you leave?
There'll be a different prosecutor taking over the case.
No, I mean, like, do you know who?
Yeah, Raul Jordan.
Raul, a Barcelona fan. That's never good. That's a soccer reference. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw off the
Okay.
Texas football crowd.
All right, do you want to get in a breakout room then with?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Norma, if you could take care of that, please.
Scott, go to 8. I'll put you guys in 8.
Thank you.
I see Cornelius's name. Cornelius?
Yes,
How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Okay, so do you see Miss McGraw? She's here, Don McGraw.
Oh, hey, Judge, I didn't see you.
Oh, you did?
So this
hold
in
on.
the corner. I have you in the corner. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And I think what needed to be accomplished today was a discussion about discovery and whether you have reviewed, whether you have received and reviewed all necessary discovery. And Don, you hear us, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So can
Okay.
you, what is the status with regard to discovery?
I've received quite a volume of discovery. I haven't had a chance to review it all yet. So that's where I am. I don't know if there's anything additional that the state has, because there was a lot of, I guess we would call people that may be called as punishment witnesses. And I would imagine there will probably be some discovery in that vein. And I don't know whether the state has concluded that yet.
Everything that we have at this time has been uploaded.
Okay.
If we get additional, we'll supplement and let you know.
All right. I appreciate it. So there's a lot of things, Judge. I haven't gotten an opportunity to view everything, but I'm working on it.
It's on its 8th setting.
And Judge, to be candid, I wasn't the original. I think I'm like the 4th lawyer on the case.
Mm-hmm.
So several of those settings weren't mine. I didn't get the case initially, but I'm on it now, and I'm just moving as fast as I can, Judge.
So is it on it's on the trial docket already, or how's that work?
I don't believe so, Judge, because we were still working through the discovery process. There were some new items that was uploaded the last time we were here. So I don't think it was actually on a trial docket yet. I mean, on a trial setting yet.
Norma, how does that work? It's on an 8th setting. At what point does it switch over to a trial setting?
He'll probably be on she'll give him a plea deadline, Judge, since he was just appointed.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So Cornelius, how many settings have you been on this? Have you been on this case for?
I think this is maybe my 3rd, Judge. And like I say, it was in flux because there were items that was being constantly uploaded to me. This case is a lot of transactions that happen, some that happen out of the state. There's witnesses that the state, they inform me about, that they'll be called from these witnesses, California, all over the United States, based on my understanding, Judge. So what I'm trying to do is at the same time trying to get everything in a coherent way so I can be knowledgeable on everything. In addition to that, there is some promise that it may even be resolved, and I'm going to talk to the DA on that one too. It may be resolved.
Do you need to get into a breakout room at all with the state this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That'll help.
And then will you be wanting, what about your client? Is he online, Mr. Yost?
He's on.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, Norma, would you mind putting Mr. Cox in a breakout room with Ms. McGraw, please?
Mm-hmm.
They can go to breakout room 3.
All right, thank you.
And Judge, this is Robert Maurer. I've conferred. Can I report back to the court whenever you're ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Judge, I talked to Hunter. We have a rather gigantic restitution figure for medical that I've been informed about. Hunter is going to make a copy of the medical records so I can review them with my client. I'm going to pick them up tomorrow. If the court can give me 30 days, I'll review those and the offer with my client, and then we'll make a decision about trial docket or not.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Reset for 30 days.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Get your
Come
date first.
come back on December 12th.
All right, yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
You'll need to wait for your lawyer to arrive, Mr. Simmons.
And Scott Simpson is back from the breakout room, Judge.
Okay. Scott?
Yes, Judge. We've conferred multiple times. I don't think that we're going to be able to. See, Judge Boyd generally says if we don't work it out by today, we can't plead anymore. But I need to set it for trial. I'm still pursuing all my options. I'm not going to say that we're never going to plead it, but I'm not able to plead it at this point. So I need a trial setting because we have to make some hard choices sometime in the near future.
Okay.
But I apologize for not being more concrete than that.
All right, Norma, how does that work? Can you give him a trial setting?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that. I can do January 12th.
January 12th. Okay. Now, I know you don't know the answer to this, Norma, but like, is January 12th like a date, and then we figure out when our next? Do you already know your like what day you have trials in next year?
No, sir.
And there's a chance by next year we may be back to the old system, right? We don't know, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll get January 12th as my date here, and we'll work from there.
Sounds good.
Mr. Buchanan, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'll call you in a couple minutes. But Judge, are we both free to leave? Myself and my client?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge Hertz, Cantrell, can I be put back in a chat room with Marcus?
Okay. Norma, could you do that?
I'll move you, Anthony.
Okay.
Did I see Arlene Gay come back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's happening?
Well, I do not see my client on, and I've called her mother. I don't know what's going on, Your Honor. I will tell you that our last setting, Judge Boyd excused her presence because her sister had died of COVID that morning.
Okay.
She's always shown up except for the last one where she was excused. So I'm going to still keep trying, Your Honor, if it's okay with the court.
I mean, so is it that you've got a good number for her, but they're not answering, or is anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And even her mother's not answering, and I'm concerned because she has been active in her case, and this is one that the state had offered pretrial diversion, but she needed to get some additional paperwork to them to see,
right,
to see if that's something that's the route we should go. So,
well, and do you think she knew about this setting?
I am not sure that, Your Honor. I am not sure because I sent her the information as soon as I got it, and I have clients respond back to me, got it or received it or whatever. But my concern is that she may be ill, but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah. Well, That's kind of, I can't quite work with that for information because then it's just, so I mean, basically, I'm gonna give her till noon. And then if we don't hear something from her, we'll have to forfeit the bond, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, could I get a breakout room with Arlene just real quick?
Oh, sure. Arlene, are you still there?
Oh, yes, I am.
We're gonna put you in a breakout room with Hunter, okay?
Okay.
All righty.
Hunter, you can move her, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge Eduardo Jimenez is here.
Okay. Mr. Jimenez?
Yes, Judge. I have Alexander Kipp on an MTR. Consult with the prosecution before.
Okay. Could you get him in a breakout room, please, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Let's see. Eduardo, I'll put you in 4.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, Judge, I had a concern over my attorney.
I haven't heard back on that plea that Fernando Ramos said that they were working on the paperwork. I guess it's just taking a while.
Yes, Judge. I just sent it to him maybe like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, all right, thank you. What's going on?
Judge, this is Anthony Cantrell. On Johnny Villarreal, we're going to do a plea. So the paperwork will be on its way to the clerk in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And Judge, I'm back on Daryl Simmons.
Okay. What's happening?
I conferred with Marcus. We got an offer, but Mr. Simmons would like a trial setting.
Have you talked to Mr. Simmons? Because he's been asking for you.
Yes, he couldn't get in the breakout room, but I did call him.
Okay.
Can you get a trial setting, Norma?
Sure, it'll be Mr. Simmons. Did you already get a plea deadline?
I think so. I think last time we were here, Judge Boyd set a plea deadline.
Let me check. Give me 1 second. Matt, do you have all the discovery on this case?
You're muted, Matt.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and come back on January 12th then.
Okay. All right, thank you. May Mr. Simmons and I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, Judge.
Judge Herr?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Renato Cortez for James Lidgy. We're going to do an MTR on that case. I'm just not sure if we need a waiver of a right of appeal. There's no agreement on it.
Okay. I would think you would need a waiver. Or
Yes, sir.
certificate.
I'll get started on the paperwork, Judge.
Okay.
Just a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
Caitlin, can I see you in the breakout room?
Jesus?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to hear from your attorney.
He said he sent you an email, but you haven't responded because I've been texting him like
Okay.
to see if he could get in contact with you.
Give me
I'm
one
sorry for
second.
being
No, it's okay.
interrupted.
Give me 1 second, okay?
All right.
Norma, if I could go back in with, I believe it was Meredith I was with.
With Meredith. Let's see if she's. So there she is. Meredith, can you move him? All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Did he want to go back in the breakout room with me?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. Yeah, I can move him.
Thank you, Meredith.
Hi, Norma. Do you have a moment? This is Eduardo.
Yes, sir.
So we have an agreement on Alexander Kipp, and I would just need the waiver of video conference and the cert of appeal.
Okay. I'll get started on it. After I finish with Mr. Cortez's paperwork, I'll do yours. So can you
Sure.
just,
Sure, take your time. Okay.
I'm almost done with his.
Mr. Jimenez, so he has an MTR and he's got a new case, right?
Yes, Judge. And so what we're going to be doing is TICing the new case and proceeding on the original underlying cause. With
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge. Yes.
Mhm.
Can I approach Judge if you're not busy?
Hold on just a second.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Just trying to. I have too many screens open.
Technology.
Don't you just love it? Okay, all right, so what's going on?
They're dragging me into the future, Judge. I'm
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah, kicking and screaming, but I'm being dragged into the future. All right. So, Judge, we've conferred. There is going to. We need some more time to confirm this case, Judge. So I can get maybe a regular reset. Some offers are going to be tended to me. There's a chance. Like I said, there's still some discovery that I need to go through, but there's a chance that we may be able to work this thing out. So if I can get maybe a regular reset, and then that would, I think, bring us closer to probably a resolution in this case.
Has there been an offer extended?
There's been some discussions, but it's one of the issues in this case is restitution, Judge, and we need to kind of there may be some setoffs, and if we can get to some real numbers, I think that we may be able to get this thing tied up.
All right, well, I'm going to grant you the 30-day reset. Maybe you could use that time to review all the discovery that has been sent your way so that both sides are ready to have a meaningful, make some real progress at the next setting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let me get you a new date before you leave, Cornelius.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, you can come back on December 12th.
Okay.
December 12th.
Yep.
All right. 12/12. That's fine, Judge. All right. Can we be excused, Judge?
Yes, you may.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Dawn.
Bye.
What in the world?
Hi, good morning, Judge. Patricia Vieta here.
Good morning. So what's going on?
I conferred with the state and I have received an offer. There's still more records, Judge, that I need to get my hands on. Some CPS records and then some other counseling records for my clients' children and whatnot. I wanted to see if we could go ahead and get a reset so I can have an opportunity to review that. The state, or I've been speaking with Michelle, and she's told me that they'll make the records available to me at the DA's office for me to review. But the CPS records she's going to be sharing with me once we get the protective order signed off on.
Okay, has anyone prepared the protective order to get it sent to me?
She was doing that, Judge, yes.
Okay.
And
all right.
Patricia, I sent it on Adobe to you, so let me know
Okay.
if you didn't receive it.
Let me see. I was on the phone with my client because she's in the courtroom, so sorry.
That's all right.
Yes, got it.
Okay.
Signing now.
Okay, so if you take care of that, and then Norma, if you give them a regular reset, please.
December 2nd.
Got it, Judge. And I signed and I sent.
Okay, great.
Okay.
What?
May my client and I both be excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll give her a call and let her know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Was I excused, ma'am?
I'm sorry. Could you identify yourself and I'll let you know? Your name.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus Semper. I had just talked to the coordinator. She said she was going to it, but regarding my attorney, he wasn't going to be able to come because he had a
Sir,
family.
I asked you to please hold for just a moment. I'm getting some paperwork done, so I'll be with you in just a few minutes.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Have some patience, please. Mr. Jimenez, the paperwork is done. If you can come back to the 187. Thank you.
Okay, I've signed it. Ms. Ferguson, if I could just see my client, Mr. Kip, and get him to sign.
You can go back to breakout room number 5.
Okay.
Let me move you in there real quick. All right.
John Fernando Ramos.
Yes.
I think we have signed the paperwork needed for the plea judge on Tyler Twyman at your convenience.
Okay, I'm not sure that I've received it all yet, but I'll check.
Thank you, Judge.
Eduardo, move to 4.
What?
Mr. Cortez, go to 5.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is Caitlin available?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Hey, we're good on Bridgette Adams. We'll just go straight probation 5/5.
Okay, so what I emailed you last week is good to go. I can do paperwork.
Yep.
Hot dog. Thank you, sir. I'll be on it.
All right, I'll stand by.
Okay, I think I have everything I need for us to do. Hold on, let me make sure that's what I just got back. Okay, is everyone ready to take up Tyler? I guess it's Twyman.
Bench ready, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and can Mr. Twyman hear me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. All right, let's get on the record then. In cause number 2021 CR 6430B, the state of Texas versus Tyler Twyman. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
Fernando Ramos for the defendant.
All right, thank you. Mr. Twyman, in this case, you stand charged by way of indictment with the offense of aggravated robbery. Do you understand that that's what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
This offense is a first-degree felony, and so the range of punishment is a minimum of 5 years to a maximum of 99 years or life in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and a possible fine of up to $10,000. Do you understand that? Mr. Twyman, do you understand that that's the range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
You have several rights. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to require the state to bring their witnesses in and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses, and you have the right against self-incrimination, which means that no one can force you to testify against yourself. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
They are contained in the court's admonishments. Did your attorney go over these rights with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he explain them to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that when you signed the paperwork that the effect of your signature was that you were giving up the rights that I just went over with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I'll approve this waiver and order it entered into the record of the cause. Attached to the court's admonishments is the plea bargain page, and it indicates that you have entered into a plea agreement with the state. I need you to know, first of all, that the court does not have to follow this agreement. And if the court chooses not to, then you can withdraw your plea, start all over, and nothing that you've done so far can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if the court does follow the agreement, then you will not have the right to appeal, except for any pretrial matters that have been ruled on by the court. And counsel, were there any rulings on any pretrial motions?
There are none yet.
All right, so that means that if the court follows this plea agreement, you will not have the right to appeal unless the court gives permission, but generally the court will not give permission. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
In reviewing the terms of the plea agreement, it indicates that in return for your plea to this offense, the state has agreed to recommend that punishment be assessed at a $1,000 fine. The state is recommending in favor of your application for deferred adjudication that you agree to pay restitution, the amount to be determined by the probation department. and it's payable to a Joshua Ramirez, a Jason Waddell, and Seth Hammond. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
And state, is that your understanding?
Yes, Judge.
All right. If you were not a citizen of the United States, by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Have those immigration consequences been explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Since you're applying for deferred adjudication, there are a couple of things that you need to understand about deferred. First of all, if the court grants it, then you're placed on community supervision without being found guilty of the offense. If you comply with all the conditions of your deferred and you don't pick up any new offenses while you're on deferred adjudication, then at the end of the supervisory period, you would not show a conviction for the offense. That is the benefit of deferred. The downside of deferred adjudication is that if the court grants it, but then you fail to comply with your conditions, or if you commit new offenses while you're on deferred adjudication, at that point, the state could file a motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. You would be brought back to court. You would be entitled to a hearing. If the court were to find that you had violated your conditions or that you had committed new offenses while you were on deferred, the court could at that time enter a finding of guilt on this case. You would then become subject to the full range of punishment, which means that you could receive up to 99 or life in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and a $10,000 fine. Do you understand how that works?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding that, then, do you still wish to apply for deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to consult with you and assist you in his defense?
He has, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a factual as well as rational understanding of the
does.
charge proceedings against him?
He does, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is he mentally competent to waive his rights and to enter a plea at this time?
He is, Your Honor.
In that case, Mr. Twine, to the charge of aggravated robbery, how do you plead?
No contest.
Have you been promised anything other than the terms of the plea agreement to get you to enter your no contest plea?
No, ma'am.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to get you to enter your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading no contest because after conferring with your attorney, you've decided that it's in your best interest to do so? Are you pleading no contest because after conferring with your attorney, you've decided that it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'll accept the no contest plea and ask the state to offer its proof.
Judge, the state offers states Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, they're admitted. I'm going to find that the evidence is sufficient to support your no contest plea. I'm not going to make any other findings at this time. I'm going to order a PSI and a TAP evaluation. When those are complete, you will come back to court for sentencing. Is there
Judge,
any?
if I may, we would waive our right to have a PSI. It has to be sentenced today.
Yeah, well, the court wants a PSI, so that's denied.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And let's see. Norma, can you give him a date to come back for sentencing, please?
Yes, ma'am. We can come back on December 13th, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Twyman, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room.
Norma, can you send me too?
Rebecca, can you send me to that?
Can y'all just go back to room 6 and I'll join y'all?
Thank you.
All right, and after you're through talking with probation, you're excused.
And Judge, Eduardo Jimenez is ready to go. And I also sent you an email.
Thank you. Let me have a look. Norma, then do you just want to reset that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can reset it. You can come back on. Let's see. You can come back on November 2nd.
Okay, that sounds good.
I think he's still online.
Mr. Santoyo, are you still on?
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to reset your case to November 2nd.
Okay, ma'am. Well, y'all gonna give, oh, of course, my turn. Today I was supposed to check into my bondsman. Do I still check in, or does me being in court kind of the check in?
No, check in with your bondsman.
All right. I would thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. Okay, you said Mr. Ramos is ready. Which one is his client?
Mr. Jimenez, his
Oh,
client,
Jimenez. Okay, yes.
it's an MTR judge. I know it's Alexander.
Okay, on the docket then. Let's see.
Alexander Kip.
Is it Kip? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Is everybody ready to do the MTR and Alexander Kip?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, the court will take up cause number 2020 CR 1508, the state of Texas versus Alexander Kip. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
Eduardo Jimenez for the defendant.
Thank you. And Mr. Kip, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes.
All right. Are you the same Alexander Kip who in cause number 2020 CR 1508 was placed on deferred adjudication probation for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 3-4 under 28 grams, and you were placed on probation by the court on the 27th day of August 2020 for a term of 3 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. A motion to enter an adjudication of guilt has been filed in your case, as well as a first amended motion. State, can I have you please read the violations that you're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. On or about the 16th day of December 2020 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Alexander Koken Kip committed the offense of possession of controlled substance in violation of condition number 1.
To that violation of condition number 1, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
All right.
State waives the remaining violations.
All right, very well. Can you tell me what the range of punishment was on this offense?
It was a state jail.
Thank you. Okay, well, based on your plea of true, Mr. Kent, the court could enter a finding of guilt, revoke your probation and sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and assess a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding that, then, do you still wish to enter your plea of true?
Yes.
All right, is there an agreement?
There is, Judge. We're asking this court to adjudicate, revoke his community supervision, sentence him to 1 year in the state jail facility, and we will be taking into consideration cause 2021 CR 9185, as well as County Court Case 665062.
I'm sorry, you broke up. 665 what?
062.
Okay, thank you. Was that the agreement that you all reached, Mr. Jimenez?
Yes, Judge.
Was that the agreement that you were kind of in line with, Mr. Kip?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And is there anything that you wish to say to the court, Mr. Kip?
No, ma'am, that's everything.
Okay. All right. I'm going to find that it is true that you violated condition number 1. I'm going to grant the motion to enter an adjudication of guilt and revoke your community supervision, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility. You'll be given credit for any time that you have already served. I'm going to take into consideration cause number 2021 CR 9185 and County Court Case 665062. Mr. Kip, did you go to any substance abuse treatment while you were being supervised?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do by way of treatment?
I went to like an outpatient rehab, but I only did it for like a month or so, a couple months maybe, and then I stopped going.
And then is that when this MTR got filed?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I know they have, I'm trying to think if they have a therapeutic community. Do you know, Meredith, if they have one of those at the state jail facility where you can get substance abuse treatment while he's in there?
I know they do for TDC. I'm not personally aware if they do for state jail, but I don't know, maybe Rebecca will know.
I do not know. Sorry.
You don't know? Okay. Well, you know what? Then I just want to make a note that if they have it, and if you're interested, Mr. Kip, in some substance abuse treatment while you're there, are you interested?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, please make a note that the judge is recommending substance abuse treatment at the state jail facility. If it's not the same therapeutic community, I'm sure they have some version of that treatment at state jail. Okay, is there anything further from either side?
No, Your Honor.
And also, Mr. Kip, when you get out, you can seek treatment. You know what I mean? You can actually do it on your own. It might be, you just seem young and like this should not be your life. Okay. So I want you to get treatment while you're at the state jail, and if you don't, then I want you to search out treatment when you get out. Will you think about that?
Yes, I definitely will. Thank you.
Okay. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Your excuse then.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Judge, I think Mr. Cortez is ready as well.
Okay, thank you. All right. Is everybody ready to proceed on James Lidgy?
Yes, Your Honor. Defense is.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. Mr. Cortez emailed me a letter and I'm emailing it to you.
Okay.
For this case.
And Mr. Cortez, what did he decide on?
We're going to go open.
Okay. Which one are we playing true to?
There's only one condition that I got. It was condition number 40.
Okay.
Were you able to open it, Judge?
Yes,
I hope I sent it correctly. Okay.
You did. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
This is Sunny. May I be put in a breakout room with Andrew Orozco, an inmate?
Yes, Sunny, next time, can you just chat, please?
I'm sorry.
All right, the court will take up cause number 2021 CR 4519, the state of Texas versus James Lidgy. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Genaro Cortez for James Isaac Lidgy.
All right, thank you. Are you the same James Isaac Lidgy who in cause number 2021 CR?
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Lidgy, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you. I don't know who else is talking, but you need to mute yourself. All right, and Mr.
I'm trying to
Lidgy,
get I had sent all these motions in.
it's probably not you that I'm hearing background noise, but just in case, when you need to answer, unmute yourself, and then when you're not speaking, if you could just keep yourself muted so we don't get any background noise, and then hopefully whoever else is doing that will mute their mics as well while we're doing this hearing. Okay, are you the same James Isaac Lidgy who in cause number 2021 CR 4519 was found guilty of the offense of theft 2,500 to 30,000. You were placed on probation by the court on the 14th day of June 2021 for a term of 4 years. Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
A motion to revoke your community supervision has been filed. It alleges that you violated condition number 40 when on or about the 24th day of August 2021 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, James Isaac Lidgy, did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, and instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Substance Abuse Felony Punishment Facility Continuum of Care Plan, in that the defendant refused treatment in violation of condition number 40. To that violation, how do you plead, true or not true?
It's true, Your Honor.
I need you to understand that based on your plea of true alone, that would be sufficient for me to revoke your community supervision. And State, could you please tell me what the underlying sentence was in this case?
I believe it was 2 years, Judge, double checking. Two years.
All right, thank you. So it was it a, I'm sorry, was it a state jail felony or was it just 2 years in TDC?
It was a state jail felony, Judge, 2 over 2.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Lidgy, you could receive 2 years in the state jail facility. Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, and understanding that, you still want to plead true to that violation. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I believe he's lying and I never did
I'm
that.
understanding that there's not an agreement. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
All right. What is the recommendation of the state?
The state's asking for revocation.
And what says the defense?
Your Honor, Mr. Lidgy is asking the court to consider the time served on him. He's been in continuous custody for at least 7 months. His mother sent a letter and I forwarded it to the court, giving some background information on Mr. Lidgy. Also, additionally, Mr. Lidgy is 27 years old. He graduated from high school in 2012. After that, he enrolled in a technical college where he did some work to get a diesel mechanic degree. From there, he started doing commercial plumbing. He's got 4,200 hours into commercial plumbing. If he gets to 5,000, he'll qualify as a journeyman. He's not trying to be defiant, Your Honor. He originally signed a plea deal, and I think he thought he was going to get released on probation, but the judge ordered SATF. Unfortunately, Mr. Lidgy didn't qualify for SATF for medical reasons, and then I think they attempted to give him safe P. He's just been in so long, Your Honor, that it would have been more beneficial to him to do some time than to complete the safe P and then come back on probation. He's not resistant to treatment. He acknowledges his issue, and what his plan is when his case is over is to go back to Montgomery County, where he's from. That's where his mom's at, and to live at a place called Oxford House. It's a sober house to help with sobriety. He plans on attending AA and NA meetings several times a week, and his goal is to put this behind him. He just wants the court to know that he's also going to try to go to Montgomery County Community College once he's out, and so he's asking the court to consider the 7 months that he's been in, or the alternative, no more than 9 months.
What's the reason, if someone can tell me, either of you or the probation department, that he was sent to substance abuse treatment? It sounds like he even went to Teen Challenge, which I read that in the letter, which indicates that there has been a substance abuse problem. Is that correct?
Judge, when Judge Boyd does pleas, she'll generally ask if there is a substance abuse problem. I suspect that happened here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling up the agreement now to see if that was part of it initially.
It looks like the original condition ordered him to be evaluated for SATF. At that time, he did not meet the medical, he was medically ineligible for admission. And so per his conditions that Judge Boyd had originally ordered was, if he did not qualify for SATF, then he was to be referred to state ISF dual track.
Mm-hmm.
And then if not, then safe P.
Okay.
And state ISF had a hold due to COVID reasons.
Oh. Well, Mr. Lidgy, what about this whole substance abuse thing? I mean, so you didn't go to treatment. What I'm really asking you is, what assurance do I have that you really don't need the inpatient treatment that was ordered by the court that you refused to go to?
Well, Your Honor, as Mr. Cortez said, I've been incarcerated for, I've been here 8 full months on the 28th. During this time, I spent a lot of time reflecting. My mom sent me a AA, Alcoholics Anonymous book that I've been reading, and I have a set plan with a good support group. An example, like my family, and I have close friends of the family that are going to help support me in getting into the sober house, going to meetings. I have some job leads that are set up, and I just know that if the court is lenient and gives me this chance, that I've been away from my family. I haven't even seen my mom's face, and the whole time I've been here,
You are kind of talking around. What's your drug of choice?
Methamphetamine, ma'am.
Yeah, that is not something that you just. A lot of times that requires some structure, so that that's a really tough drug just to kick on your own, and then. Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling with this one a little bit. I mean, the bottom line is you've been incarcerated for 7 months, but you haven't received any substance abuse treatment. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Rebecca, since he wasn't allowed into any of those other facilities, is that just kind of a permanent situation, like whatever it is that made them decide that he couldn't go to SADF? Will that just be the case, or if there was a reapply for it, is there a possibility that he could get in?
No, because the SADF, it was disqualified due to medical reasoning. So I don't know I don't have, because it says under comments, due to having prescribed psychotropic medications is the reason why he didn't meet the medical evaluation.
All right. I'm going to find it's true that you violated condition number 1. I'm going to grant the motion to revoke and sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility. You'll be given credit for time served. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from the state judge.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Is there anything else ready to do?
Judge, I think Anthony Control, have you got his paperwork on your end?
What's his client's name?
Norma, I haven't sent it all. I'm
okay.
waiting for him to come back. I called him. He said he would be back soon.
Oh, I thought he was here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. I know James Myron is here, and so is Sunny Middleton.
Okay. Who was the first person you said was here?
James.
All right. Someone ready to approach?
This is Miss Middleton. I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay. Who's your client again?
Andrew Orozco. He's an inmate.
All right. And what do you want to? Morning.
I just visited with him. He'd like a reset. He has filed some motions on his own that he wants me to ask the court to hear. And we're still trying to get some videotape from this store.
Is the state getting it?
Well, they have part of it, but not, it's like 2 snippets of a scenario. And the part that's pertinent to the case is missing. No, I'm not blaming the DAs at all. I believe it's a store. So I'm trying to get them from the home office of CVS.
Okay, does your client know that he's represented by counsel, so his motions that are filed will not be heard by the court unless they're adopted by you? Okay,
I'll let him know that.
all right. This is the fourth setting, and so you're still working on discovery issues, discovery of video?
Yes, Your Honor.
When do you
Judge,
think you,
I'll
yeah,
bring, I'll bring the defendant back to the main session.
oh, yes, please.
Well, I have to file subpoena and try to find somebody in, I have it in here, I forget where they are, right off the top of my head. It's out of state. It's the home office for CVS.
Well, that sounds like quite a project. You probably need to get on it.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sunny, were you able to talk to the state this morning or not?
No, I did not. I just talked to my client.
Okay, do you want to confer with the state?
Yes, ma'am, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Can we get her in a breakout room, please?
Hello.
Mr. Orozco, put yourself on mute.
Better? There.
Are there any other attorneys waiting to approach the court?
Judge, I don't know if James has been put into a breakout room, but I tried putting him in there, so he's, I don't know.
I think I just keep seeing him on the phone. So I don't know what's happening with him.
Hi, it's Cantrell back again. Can I get in a breakout room with Johnny Villarreal at the jail?
Yes, sir. He's in 10. I'm going to put you in 10, Anthony.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. Judge, Ms. Gay just arrived.
Okay, what's happening, Arlene?
My client should be on. She should be. I was able to get a hold of her and she said she was getting on. She had gotten on and then she didn't recognize you. She thought she was in the wrong room because you're not Judge Boyd. So she said, she called me and I told her to get back on. That was our judge today.
Okay.
So, Miss Glenn.
Miss Glenn, are you out there? Answer up.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Your Honor, Your Honor, I just need to get with Miss Glenn about some paperwork that she has to show the state.
Do you want to get in a breakout room this morning?
Well, I can talk to her afterwards if it's okay with the court, but I've already conferred on her case with Hunter.
Oh, okay. All right. So what do you need? What are we doing then?
I just think maybe just a 30-day reset, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think all parties are trying to get a resolution to the case.
All right. Is your client staying on top of the required paperwork and such things in order to get her into the program?
Your Honor, she is, she had her sister died, and it's just been very difficult for her, but I'll be talking to her later on today.
Okay. Well, we'll do the 30-day reset, and certainly by then, all of that should be completed, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Norma, could you give them the regular reset, please?
Sorry, Judge, December 2nd.
Thank you, Your Honor. May be excused. My
Yes,
client.
did your client hear what the new date is for the reset?
Yes, I did. It is December 2nd, 2021.
All right. And if you get on the link, sometimes there's visiting judges. It's not always me. There could be.
I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm pretty sure I joined the wrong room.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll see you back. We'll see you back then.
Thank you
December.
so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Your Honor, Ms. Middleton back from conferring.
Okay.
I talked to Hunter. He's agreed to one regular reset, and we should hopefully be able to get this done.
Okay. Could you give them a regular reset, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
December.
I'm sorry.
December 2nd. December 2nd.
Thank
Yes.
you, ma'am. And you can, if you let the jail know my prisoner is ready to go back. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Mr. Myrat, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm off the phone now. Do we have a Daryl Hall? He should be here. Daryl Hall, on bond. If
Mr.
not,
Hall, Mr. Hall, if you're present, could you? I see him right there.
okay.
So what do you want to do, counsel?
I think we're still analyzing discovery. We're supposed to look at the co-ban together, and we had a missed appointment last week, and we just need some additional time to look at the co-ban search of the vehicle. So I'm requesting a reset and keep it on trial docket.
Have you conferred with the state today?
I've conferred not today, but before.
Is there an offer on the case?
Yes, there is.
Do you need to get in a breakout room with anyone?
No, Your Honor.
All right, well, I suppose we'll give you a reset, but for missed appointments to look at a co-ban is not going to work too many times. So, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Okay.
He was supposed to come in my office earlier last week, and things happened, and we haven't been able to bring back the appointment. But hey, you know what? Let me call, if he's here, let me see if I can get in touch with him, and then we
You
can
could be in
bring
a-
back the calendar.
You could get in a breakout room with him
Sure.
if you.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me talk to Mr. Hall. Yeah, let's do
Thank
that.
you. Norma, could you put the Daryl Hall in a breakout room with Mr. Myrat, please?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
What's going on? Sorry.
They're going to tell you to go to a room in just a minute.
Go to 4. Dan, I put you in breakout room 3 because Michelle needed to speak with you.
Okay, nobody was in there, so I left.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, she'll be there. I just chatted.
But I already conferred with her, and
He wants in with his client.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it's a different one. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
So what's happening with the Christopher Garza case?
on that one, there's some discovery that still needs to be sent my way. Some CPS records. I just signed an agreement of the CPS records. We
Okay.
should be getting it soon. There's some body cam video that needs to come my way and some school records. And so requesting a normal pretrial setting.
All right, that's granted.
And I believe Mr. Garza is on the Zoom.
Mr. Garza, could you? Oh, I
Yep.
see.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Thank you. All right.
And Dan,
so-
we
go ahead.
found those school records, so we're uploading them. And then, like I said, the detective will get back to me on Monday about the other videos.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Norma, if you'd give them a reset, please.
December 2nd.
Thank you.
December 2nd. Okay, Mr. Garza and I are excused then.
Yes, you are.
All right, you can log off, Chris.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay, Your Honor, if you're available.
Yes.
Okay. Discuss with my client. We have scheduled our time to view his co-band videos.
Okay.
I request a reset for that period.
All right. Is that pretty much what's left outstanding before you, or do you anticipate this case going to trial or working out, or you don't know? What's the deal?
Well, we'll have motions to suppress, but that's
Have you
about
filed-
the extent of it.
Have you
Not
filed?
yet. Not yet. I have not filed a motion yet.
Okay, well, if you want a motion to suppress, this is the third setting, so it's probably a good time for you to think about getting that filed, okay?
Yep, will do, Your Honor.
Norma, if you would give them a regular reset, please.
Yes, ma'am, December 12th.
Thank
I mean,
you.
December 2nd, sorry.
December 2nd. All right, thank you, Norma. Is the client and myself excused?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think I've got everything on that Bridgette Adams case. Is everybody ready to do that?
We're ready, Judge.
We're ready, Judge, the state.
Yeah, here we go. All right, the court will take up cause number 2021 CR 8557A, the state of Texas versus Bridgette Adams. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Caitlin Wilkes for the state.
Dr. Garza Jr. for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Adams, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. In cause number 2021 CR 8557A, you stand charged, let's see, with the offense, I believe it's endangering a child. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That offense is a state jail felony. And so the range of punishment is a minimum of 180 days to a maximum of 2 years in the state jail facility and a possible fine of up to $10,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have several rights. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to require the state to bring their witnesses in and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses. And you have the right against self-incrimination, which means no one can force you to testify against yourself. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
They are contained in the court's admonishments. Did your attorney go over the paperwork with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he explain your rights to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you in fact sign the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that when you signed the paperwork that the effect of your signature was that you were giving up the rights that I've just gone over with you?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'll approve the waiver and order it entered into the record of the cause. Attached to the court's admonishments is the plea bargain page and indicates that you have entered into a plea agreement with the state. I need you to know, first of all, that the court does not have to follow the agreement, but if the court chooses not to, then you can withdraw your plea, start all over, and nothing that you've done so far can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if the court does follow the agreement, then you will not have the right to appeal, except for any pretrial matters that have been ruled on by the court. And counsel, were there any rulings on any pretrial motions?
None, Your Honor.
All right, so that means if the court follows the agreement, you will not have the right to appeal unless the court gives permission. And generally, the court will not give permission. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. In reviewing the terms of the plea agreement, it indicates that in return for your plea to this offense, the state has agreed to recommend that punishment be assessed at 2 years confinement in the state jail facility and a $1,500 fine, which they are agreeing to probate for as long as you are complying with the conditions of your supervision. The state is remaining, believe they're remaining silent on your application for deferred adjudication They are recommending in favor of your application for community supervision, and you agree to pay restitution, and the amount will be determined by the probation department. You are to have no contact with the complaining witness or Tricia Hudgens. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And counsel, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
And state, is that your understanding?
Yes, Judge.
All right. If you were not a citizen of the United States, by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Have those immigration consequences been explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
She is applying for deferred. Is that correct, counsel?
Actually, Judge, she wanted to apply for straight probation as was recommended by the state.
Okay, so there's no application for deferred? I'm just asking, so I
That is-
need to know if I have to admonish her or not on deferred.
That is correct, Judge.
No app, right? Okay, thank
No
you.
app.
Okay. Counsel, has your client been able to consult with her, with you and assist you in her defense?
Very much so, Your Honor.
All right, and in your opinion, does she have a factual as well as rational understanding of the charge and the proceedings against her?
I feel that she does.
And in your opinion, is she mentally competent to waive her rights and to enter a plea at this time?
She is, Your Honor.
All right. In that case, Ms. Adams, to the charge of endangering a child, how do you plead?
No contest.
Have you been promised anything other than the terms of the plea agreement to get you to enter your no contest plea?
No, ma'am.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to get you to enter your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading no contest because after conferring with your attorney, you've decided that it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I'll accept the no contest plea and ask the state to offer its proof.
State offer states 1 in attachments, and also would like the court to take judicial notice of the discovery acknowledgement signed by both parties.
All right, I did, both signed the discovery acknowledgement. So counsel, are you satisfied that you received all the discovery that you requested and were entitled to?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, and the attachments are admitted. I'm going to find that the evidence is sufficient to support your no contest plea. I'm not going to make any other findings at this time. I'm going to order a PSI, a TAP. Was there a request for a MIC or MIOF evaluation?
There was by the state, Judge, yes.
All right, I'm going to order that as well. When those are done, you'll come back to court for sentencing. Is there anything further from either side?
Not from the state, Judge.
Your Honor, if I may, we may need to reconsider our position on the deferred. Then I'll be quite candid with you. My client and ours understanding is given the recommendation for probation, she had hoped to accept the regular probation with the anticipation of being sentenced today. I did explain to her that with the deferred and the government taking, or the state taking the position of being silent, that would require a PSI and we would have to be scheduled for another day, which is the reason she chose the regular probation versus deferred. But if Your Honor feels that a PSI is still necessary, then I would not
You want her to apply for deferred?
I would not be doing my job if I didn't suggest that we would be better off applying for deferred as well.
Okay. I mean, it looks like on the plea bargain paperwork, it looks like she's applying for deferred. So I don't mind admonishing her about deferred right now so that she, and we can just make the record clear that she is in fact requesting and applying for deferred adjudication. All right. So,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. So, Ms. Adams, since you've applied for deferred adjudication, there are a couple of things that you need to understand about deferred. First of all, if the court grants it, then you are placed on community supervision without being found guilty of the offense. If you comply with all the conditions of your deferred and you don't pick up any new offenses while you're on deferred adjudication, then at the end of the supervisory period, you would not show a conviction for the offense. So that is the benefit of deferred. The downside of deferred adjudication is that if the court grants it, but then you fail to comply with your conditions, or if you commit new offenses while you're on deferred adjudication, at that point, the state could file a motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. You would be brought back to court and you would be entitled to a hearing. If the court were to find that you had violated your conditions or that you had committed new offenses while you were on deferred adjudication, the court could at that time enter a finding of guilt in this case, and you would then become subject to the full range of punishment, which means that you could receive up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand how that works?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And understanding that, then, do you still wish to apply for deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Is there anything else, counsel, that you want to cover before we send her to get her all those evaluations done?
No, nothing else.
Okay. Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor, just that the record would reflect what we have previously agreed to, that we're silent to that application. So.
Right, exactly. And it so states on the plea bargain paperwork that you're recommending in favor of probation, but you are silent on her application for deferred adjudication.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Right. So that means, Ms. Adams, that after the court reviews the information that they're requesting on the PSI, the TAP, and the McMyoffe eval, as well as the facts of the case, the court will ultimately decide whether to grant the deferred adjudication or not. Okay? All right.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in a breakout room right now with the probation officer, and she will answer any questions that you might have with what we have just decided. Okay?
Judge, we
You can
just need
send me
a
that
PSI
breakout room as well, Judge.
And you want to get in there too? Okay. I'm sorry. What did you say, Rebecca?
We need a PSI date from Norma.
Okay. Yes. Norma, could I get
December 8th.
Okay.
And they can go back to room number 5 and I'll join them in there.
Okay. Room number 5. Miss Adams and counsel.
Miss Adams, do you know how to go back into there? There should be a button on the bottom of your screen that says breakout rooms.
You're muted, Miss Adams.
Oh, she got in.
Oh, good.
Judge, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm going to take a 5-minute break as well. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. And Mr. Garcia, I'm trying to get a hold of your attorney. Can you hear me, Mr. Garcia? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to get a hold of him, so give me a few minutes.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Anthony, the judge took a break. She'll be right back. You're on mute.
The paperwork's signed now, so by my client at the jail, so you should be getting it all.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I'll be right back. It's Rebecca.
Okay.
Judge, I sent you a chat.
Oh, okay, let me check. Oh, okay. I wondered what happened to him because he's got quite that one page of cases on the docket. All right, so we'll have to just give a regular reset on that, I guess.
Yeah, I can bring him back on the second, Judge, if they're not done by then. I can just, because he's in jail.
Oh,
He's
okay.
our
Yeah.
last one, that's Mr. Garcia.
Okay.
And if he gets out any sooner, If they're done sooner than November 2nd, I can bring it back sooner than that.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's do that.
So, Mr. Garcia, your attorney is in a murder trial in the 379th right now. So he's in trial. So we're going to bring you back on November the 2nd. If they finish any sooner, I'll bring you back sooner.
That's fine.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. I think I've only gotten part of the paperwork on Villarreal. Should I have all of it?
Judge, let me check with Robert. Give me one
Thank
second.
you. Okay.
Judge, I think all the family violent cases are done for the day. May we be excused?
Yes, you may. Have a good afternoon.
You too. We're around if you need us for anything.
Okay, thanks a lot.
See you.
See you.
Have a great afternoon, Judge.
Which one is that? What did you forward to me?
Are we all good on your case, Hector?
He logged off, Judge.
He did. Okay, very good. I guess
Thank you,
everything's
Judge.
good. Okay. What did they say about the paperwork on Villarreal? Anything?
Robert is checking on that. He said he just got something in his email, so he's going to forward it to you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Norma, he's still in that room though by himself.
Oh, Robert's with him.
Oh,
He's
okay.
going to swear him in right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you got a new attorney today or 3 years ago?
No, 2 days ago, because today, Thursday, Wednesday, I believe I talked to a family member Wednesday, father, and they had told me, it's like, well, actually, he was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, he told me, he's like, let me know if that's right. All right, just call me back later. So I didn't get to break when I stopped out. So I called me the next day and he's like, this is your attorney, still here. I did something. Gave me the number, he said, she'll contact you, and that you have the court date either this week or next week, but most likely they might cancel.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from Robert.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. She can hear me? Yes. They just got out of jail. They should have just gone to jail. I guess maybe the federal one.
Judge, I think Suzanne Kramer just showed up.
Okay. Okay, Suzanne?
Yes, it appears Mr. Garza did not zoom in,
Okay,
so there's that.
okay. We'll go ahead and issue the bond forfeiture on that.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you for letting us know.
Of course.
Mhm.
That's not good though.
I'm sorry, Anthony, I'm waiting on the plea packet. I don't have it
Okay,
yet.
that's all right, Your Honor. I'm here.
Okay.
Judge, you should have just got it. I just finished signing it about a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
Nope, I put it to Judge Boyd. Let me fix that.
Yeah, because I don't have it.
Yeah, just coming your way.
Okay, thanks. All right, are all parties ready to proceed on Johnny Villarreal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Villarreal, can you hear the proceedings? Mr. Villarreal?
He's on mute, Your Honor.
I'll call the Joe.
Thank you.
He's unmuted now.
Okay, Mr. Villarreal, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. Let's take up cause number 2021 CR 7144 of the state of Texas versus Johnny Villarreal. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
Anthony Cantrell for the defendant.
And Mr. Villarreal, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. You stand charged by way of indictment with the offense of robbery. Do you understand that that's what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that is a second-degree felony, and so the range of punishment is a minimum of 2 years to a maximum of 20 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and a possible fine of up to $10,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have several rights. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to require the state to bring their witnesses in and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses, and you have the right against self-incrimination, which means that no one can force you to testify against yourself. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
They are contained in the court's admonishments. Did your attorney go over the paperwork with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he explain your rights to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you in fact sign the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that when you signed that the effect of your signature was that you were giving up the rights that I just went over with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what you want?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, while you're not talking, could you mute your mic? And then when you need to respond, unmute it. You can respond and then mute it again, please.
Okay.
All right. Attached to the court's admonishments is the plea bargain page, and it indicates that you have entered into a plea agreement with the state. I need you to know, first of all, that the court does not have to follow the agreement, but if the court chooses not to, then you can withdraw your plea, start all over, and nothing that you've done so far can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if the court does follow the agreement, then you will not have the right to appeal except for any pretrial matters that have been ruled on by the court. And counsel, were there any rulings on any pretrial motions?
No, Your Honor.
So that means if the court follows this agreement, you will not have the right to appeal unless the court gives permission, but generally the court will not give permission. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In reviewing the terms of the plea agreement, it indicates that in return for your plea to this offense, the state has agreed to recommend that punishment be assessed at 5 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, a $1,000 fine, that there is no application for deferred adjudication. The state is recommending in favor of your application for community supervision, and they agree to take into consideration County Court Case 661470. What was the offense on that case?
Criminal trespass.
Criminal trespass, okay. And that you will pay restitution to the victim, Ezekiel Aguirre Limon, and the amount will be determined by the probation department. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, was that your understanding?
Your Honor, I think the state had also agreed to a 3-year probation recommendation.
Okay, so that's up to the court. I do see that below the line. It's not part of the actual plea agreement, but I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm just saying I don't have to.
Understood.
I didn't recite it because it's not actually part of what we would be committing to. So,
Understood, Your Honor.
okay, very well. All right. If you were not a citizen of the United States by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Have those immigration consequences been explained to you by your attorney?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to consult with you and assist you in his defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
In his opinion, is he mentally competent to enter a plea at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. In that case, Mr. Villarreal, to the charge of robbery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Have you been promised anything other than the terms of the plea agreement to get you to enter your plea of guilty?
No.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to get you to enter your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason?
Yes.
All right, then I'll accept the plea of guilty and ask the state to offer its proof.
State offers States Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objections.
All right, they're admitted. I'm going to find that the evidence is sufficient to support your no contest plea. I'm not going to make any other findings at this time. I'm going to order a PSI and a TAP evaluation. When those are complete, you'll come back to court for sentencing. Is there anything further from either side?
Is there a chance that you might consider a PR bond pending sentencing?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
All right. All right, could we get a date, Norma, for sentencing? And then Anthony, your client will have to get in a breakout room with the probation department just to get whatever instructions they need to give him.
December 8th.
All right, thank you. Do you want to go in with him, Anthony, or is he good to go in with probation?
He's good to go with probation.
Okay, very good. Is Rebecca back? I just remembered she had.
Yes, I'm back, Judge.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Villarreal, I just sent you to room 1.
Did he go? I guess so. Do we have something else in the works?
Sorry, Judge. We are done for the day, Judge.
Oh, my goodness. Well, okay then. I think there's some little things pending, so I'm going to eat lunch and then I'll finish signing whatever's out there, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And I'll still be on, so.
Okay, very good. All right, well, y'all have a good afternoon. Bye, everyone. It was
Bye,
a
see y'all.
okay.
Thank
and we're
you, Judge.
off tomorrow, right?